Hello, my name's Debbie from Launceston Floral Art Group, and I'm going to show you how to make these contemporary discs. I use these discs in my Christmas Floral Inspiration design, which is on the Devon and Cornwall NAFAS website. These discs are very simple to make. I used a handmade paper which I obtained from a wholesaler in Bristol. I bought the whole roll here because I was just so enamoured with this lovely handmade paper. It's very similar to washi paper, but it's not as waterproof as washi paper and considerably a lot cheaper. If you don't want to buy the roll, I'm sure you'll be able to get strips of it, either metre lengths or however long you wanted, from a very good florist. I know Alison Penno has a large stock of the paper, so if you want to contact her, she'll be able to supply some to you. The paper comes in various colours. We have pink and grey and white, and also a lovely lime green. If you look at the paper in detail, you'll notice that there are two sides to it. This top side, you can see the fibres more, and this gives you far more texture and interest in the paper. Whereas if you turn it over, you'll see this side is a lot flatter and smoother, and so you haven't got that lovely texture that you have on the other side. So using the side with all the lovely texture on, we keep it up facing. And what I use then is some aluminium wire. And this aluminium wire, I've used in my designs, the diamond cut aluminium wire, but you don't have to. You can use whatever aluminium wire you've got in whatever colour. Now, to make these lovely perfect circles, I'm not very good at doing it by hand. So what I use is various objects from the kitchen. I found that a jar like this will give me quite a nice size, or I have used an empty wine bottle, but it does give a lovely size like this one of your discs, which is quite a reasonable size. And also little spice jars, another variation on the size. And what I find is if I hold the wire and then wrap it round the jar until it meets at the other end, and then where it meets I just lift it up to give a bit of a straight line here, so they tuck in nicely. And then you can cut this stem of wire to however long you want. And then if you just slide that off, you see it forms a lovely circle. It's entirely up to you. You don't have to do circles if you want. You could make stars or triangles or whatever you thought would be suitable for your design. I then use the cold floral glue, and I just do a line that goes round the wire, just keeping it on the edge of the wire. And then I press it down on the paper. If you hold it down for a couple of seconds, just while it goes tacky, it will stick quite easily there for you. What I do now is I leave it for an hour or so to make sure the glue has gone off really hard and that it's very adhesive. So in good Blue Peter style, here's one that I made earlier, and all you have to do now is trim off the paper, and you just trim round the wire so you have a nice neat edge. As you can see, this is just a small piece of paper, but I'll be able to get quite a few small discs out of this piece of paper. And there you have it. You have your disc, and you can then manipulate it to whatever shape you want. So you can either have it tall, or you could bend the aluminium wire down. And it is so easy to move and manipulate the wire that you can create as many shapes as you would like. Another feature of this beautiful paper is the fact it has all these lovely holes in it. And what I've done in my design is I used a test tube underneath, and then I fed the stem of a flower through one of the holes into the test tube, but it just meant that the head of the flower was sitting above the disc to give you another interest in your design. And I've also made very small little discs which I've attached to my test tubes, again to give another interest in the design that you're making. Hopefully you find this has been useful, and it just shows how easy it is to make these discs or other shapes that you would like out of this lovely handmade paper and aluminium wire. Thank you for watching.